looking to get goal side of Font. Lefondre away from David. 3-1 Reading. 3 points Reading.
Hello and welcome to the Elm Park Rolls podcast, supported by Blue Collar Street Food. Well, today is a very special episode. I've been joined by one of the most exciting players in the Championship and one of the favourite players of Reading fans is Yakou Meite. How are you doing, Yakou?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. All good.
Yeah, obviously getting over the end of the season. It was a much improved season, but as a player, it must be a bit disappointing to finish in 7th position.
Yeah, like I said a few times, it's been I want to say a good season for us. Good season for us if you take our season from the past, because we improved, but at the end we didn't get what we wanted. So the last few months been difficult for us, and of course we are disappointed to finish sixth in the seventh, sorry, in the table.
Yeah, no, it would be. It's hard when you're putting all that effort in, especially in such a weird time in the COVID world that we've had. How have you found it playing with no fans?
Yeah, at the start it was very difficult, but at the end you get used to it. Of course, everyone prefer when the fans are in the stadium. It's much better for us, and I think we needed them for the last push, and at the end we didn't finish where we wanted to be. But
Yeah.
we had a lot of support from Twitter, from Instagram, and all those platforms. And I'm very thankful for that, because I think they wasn't there with us in the stadium, but they give us some support.
Yeah, it's been weird as a fan watching it because we started so well, the incredible start of the season, but we can come on to that a little bit later. I'm going to go back to where you are right now. You're in Paris, obviously, where you were born, and PSG won the Coupe de France last night. Again, they seem to win absolutely everything in France now, Yakou. I mean, amazing team. You obviously were there back in 2009 to 2016. What was it like being around that club?
Oh, it's been very good. I think I learned a lot from a lot of good players that I'm still in contact with, and yeah, of course, PSG is a big club, and hopefully they're gonna win the Champions League next year, because I think that's the only thing that they need right now, and yeah. I'm still supporting Paris, and yeah, I really enjoyed the game yesterday, and they won again, like you said, so it's good for them.
How good is Mbappe? He is insane, isn't he? He's just a
Yeah,
crazy player.
yeah, he's a really good player. He's a really good player, and still young, and I think he can win the Ballon d'Or in the next few years if he keeps scoring and playing like that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems certain that he will at some point. But going back to your career there, you were there and you made your one appearance for PSG against, now I'm going to do a horrible attempt to this name, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. It was against Guingamp. Now, please correct me on that.
It's not like this, but it's fine. At least you tried. Nice, Guingamp.
Okay.
Against Guingamp.
No, I'm more than happy. Please correct any of my French pronunciation. It's terrible. It really is. But yeah, it must be great to get on the pitch then. You look at the players that PSG had at that time. You had Thiago Silva, Di Maria, Zlatan, just ridiculous players. David Luiz, Cavani. Being in the training around those players must have been amazing for your career and learning from them.
Yeah, it was a good experience. I was really young at this time, and I really enjoyed training with them, talking with them, and those type of player that I was watching on TV before I played with most of them. So yeah, it's been a really good experience, and I think this helped me when I signed for Reading.
Yeah, totally. And you're being around players, and we see how good Cavani is now at Manchester United. I mean, we all know that before, but what a striker he is.
Yeah, he's a really good striker, and Yeah, I knew it from the past. I think everyone knew it from the past, but he's really good for Manchester and he's scoring goals. I saw his last goal against Fulham was a really great goal, so I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you've scored some pretty good goals yourself, Yakou. I've got to say, some really good ones. But that one was quite special. And during that
Yeah,
time, you played in the UEFA Champions League, the youth version, the youth league. Scored 4 goals, got to the final. That must have been some experience going through that as well.
yeah, it was a really good experience for us at the time as well. We had some really good player in the academy, and we've been to the final and we lost against Chelsea 2-1, but it was a really good experience for me, and I think this helped me a lot as well from my move to Reading, and yeah, sometimes I think about it, but it's far behind now.
It
I'm
is.
getting old now.
Yeah, no, it seems like a long time ago now. I'm sure so
Yeah,
much happened in
yeah.
your life as well. But how did that move come about? And was there must have been other interest in signing you from other clubs as well, coming to Reading?
Yeah, I had some club who wanted to sign me, but the difference was the call from Brian, the sporting director at the time. And to be honest with you, at the time, I didn't wanted to move to Reading. But when I came to Reading, I saw the stadium. I saw I remember at the time I went to the hotel, this close to the stadium, and I took with Brian. And after that, I decided to sign.
It was the Meite Stadium that convinced you.
Um, not only the Madeski Stadium, but it's everything. I mean, it wasn't the money, to be honest.
Hmm.
It wasn't the money, but it was yeah, playing in England as well, because I wanted to play in England because I had some offer in France, but I think the way I play suit to English team. So the only of no, I had two offer in England at the time. It was Middlesbrough and Reading, but Middlesbrough wasn't really sure, and I felt that Reading wanted me more than Middlesbrough, so I decided to sign for Reading. But when I said the
Yeah,
stadium, to be honest, the stadium was great as well, and I watched the game. I remember at the time it was a friendly game, Bournemouth against Reading, friendly game at home. So it was a good atmosphere. So I enjoyed watching the game.
yeah, and we obviously had Jaap Stam as manager when you signed as well, a world-class player and his time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was still. Did he ever do any training with you and kind of actually play? And you went up against him at any point?
No, no. He was training sometime, but not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had an amazing start in that first season, taking us to the playoff final. You made 14 appearances. You scored your first goal against Derby. I had to go back and watch it. Your header that you scored there, that must have been a special moment for you as well.
Yeah, it was a special moment. Unfortunately, we didn't won that game, so I couldn't celebrate like I wanted. But it's a good memories for me, and it was my first goal for Reading. So yeah, it's still a amazing moment for me.
Was it made easier by the fact that Joseph Mendes and Yakou was obviously at Reading at that point, being French, and obviously that's going to help you because I noticed in your interview when you signed, you seem to understand English, but you didn't have the confidence to speak it. I mean, I fully understand that because my language skills are terrible, so I'm not saying anything bad about that. But did it help having those two players there?
Uh, I think yeah, they helped me a bit, not a lot, because I learned my English from English player or people who speak English. So I think when you're young and you choose to arrive somewhere and you don't speak the language, the most important is it's to try to stay with people who speak English. And this is what I did. I was staying a lot with Tony Watson, which is one of my best friend for Reading. And yeah, he helped me a lot as well. speak English.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was good.
So you must have been feeling like you were getting into the lifestyle of living in the UK, living in the local area. But then the next season, you end up going back to France on a loan to Sochaux. I mean, tell me if that's wrong
Social, yeah.
again.
Social.
Sochaux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went on loan because I didn't had much game time under Yaptam. To be honest, the first 6 months I've been playing a bit, and the last 6 months it's been a bit difficult for me, and so they decided to loan me, and I think this helped me a lot. Because when I came back, I was feeling much confident and much better and more mature, yeah, on the pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say moving away must have been massive for you and getting those over 30 games. So you get used to playing in a whole season in a senior league. So when you come back, we've obviously got another new manager again, as in,
Yeah,
so how many
yeah,
times managers? I worked it out. We've had 6 new managers, Yakou, since you've been
yeah,
at
it's a
Reading.
lot.
I mean, that's a
Yeah,
lot, isn't it?
yeah. To be honest, it's a lot because you start something and there is every time something new. Because when you bring a new manager, he's got his ID. He's changing players sometimes. Sometimes you are not in the plan. So it's difficult, but yeah, it's football. You can't change it.
Yeah, football's a brutal industry. It's a really
Yeah,
hard one, I would imagine, being in it. But out of all the managers, I won't count the one we've got here at the moment in Panovich, because you're going to say him straight away. But out of them, who of them has been your favourite one from all the other ones that you've seen at Reading?
um, like I said, every time when people ask me, is me. I'm very grateful about people who helped me a lot, and I just want to say, and a lot of people won't agree, but I just want to say Paul Clement because he gave me my chance. And
Mm.
I remember that when I came back from social, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I had to move again, if I had to stay. And I had a talk with him. I remember, and he told me that I will have my chance, and he gave it to me. Of course, I took it. I took it well, and um, I've been playing regularly, but to be honest, yeah, I would say Paul Clement because he gave me my chance at the start, and I think my name start to I don't know how to say, but um, people start to speak about me a lot better, and you understand what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say Paul Clement.
Yeah, and your name started to be chanted around the whole of the Meite Stadium. And that must be
Yeah,
a
I wanted to
beautiful
say
thing.
that.
Yeah, to hear your name being chanted, and you are really loved by Reading fans. Just to hear that must be such a wonderful feeling to know you are loved that much.
Yeah, of course, because after PSG, my I want to say my second house is Reading because I've been for long now at Reading, so I know everyone, and I think what I give on the pitch, people love that, especially in England. That's my spirit and what I give on the pitch, and the way they're singing my name, I try to give them back on the pitch. This is the most important. If you give 100% every game, even if sometimes you're playing bad, the most important is to just show to the people that you want more than the opposition.
Yeah, totally. And going into Club 1871 at the end of the season, standing there with the fans in the loudest part of the Meite, yeah, it's moments like that that people always remember. And seeing you on the pitch, I always think as a fan, you're always going to give everything. I always know that when you go out there, you could score an amazing goal at any point, It's like the last day of the season. That header, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. It kind of just happened, and it seems to have been forgotten almost. But that's not a normal level header, that Yakou. That is a really amazing header, the one at the end.
Yeah, I've been really good with my head since I'm young, so I know I can score some good goals from a header.
Mm.
So yeah, sometimes that's why sometimes I'm complaining on the pitch when they don't cross, because I'm one of the only player who can score this kind of goal. But yeah, I was happy for this goal, and I was saying to Michael, "You're gonna cross for me, and I'm gonna score from my head." So that's why I went to him straight. I said, "I told you, I told you."
Yeah, well, it works pretty well. And now going back to that 2018-19 season, you finished top goal scorer with 13 goals that season. So you're right, Paul Clement gives you your chance, and you scored some massive goals in that season, but none bigger than that goal against Wigan. When the whole of the Meite Stadium just went into meltdown, Yakou, that was the biggest goal I have seen for
Yeah.
so many years. Just to score that, the way you celebrated, your mind must have blown up there at that moment.
Yeah, it was a crazy atmosphere, I remember. And yeah, sometime I watched the goal again, and it was a crazy feeling, and everyone was happy. The stadium was full, and yeah, it was a really good moment for us. And it was really important as well, because at the time we were fighting not to go down as well, like us, and this game was really important for us. So this goal mean a lot, I think, for our wedding fans and everyone in the club.
Yeah. Also, the person who scored in that game was Mo Barrow, someone who
Yeah.
seemed to create quite a good link up. You seemed to get on really well with him on the pitch. Probably the same off the pitch. I don't know. What did you think of him?
Mo is a really good friend of mine. Even now, we are talking sometime, and yeah, when he was here, it was really good. It was a really good connection on the pitch, and I think this is because he was a good friend as well outside of the pitch. So the link up was, fluid. So yeah, and he's a really good player as well, and he's the guy who can assist me a lot, because he knows where to put the ball, and he knows that I will do everything to finish the action as well.
Totally. Were you starting to feel then in that season that you were kind of really coming into being a championship striker and that you should be starting every single game?
Sorry, excuse me.
Were you thinking in that season that after you'd scored those 13 goals that you should be starting every single game now?
Um, After this season, I was more confident, because I think I understood the league after this season, so I was more confident about being the main striker, and show that it's not only one season, but I can do it regularly, and I can score 12, 15 goals per season. And that's what I'm still thinking. I think I understand the league more now, and um, I think when I started to score at the start, I was like, yeah, you can do more. After the third goal, the fourth goal, I was like, yeah, you can score more, because now you understand more this league, and people they rely on you, and they trust you more. So that's why I think I shoot more on goal now. Um, I take sometimes the free kick and everything. I think is about the confidence. When you know that your teammate trusts you, you start to be more free on the pitch.
Yeah, no, I can understand that completely. What did you find hardest about playing in the championship compared to France?
Um, I think we are playing a lot.
Yeah.
I think we are playing a lot. So this is difficult, because you don't have time to recover well. And the difference is in France as well, is really physical. but I think in England is the same as I think it's even more than France. And yeah, like I said, is the repetition of the games.
Yeah, no. So you
Yeah.
move into the 2019-20 season. Now, this is a season when you get 17 goals. You're really starting to be a major player, not just for Reading, but for the whole of the championship. And you're starting to really feel like you're dominating. Just out of interest, would you rather play striker or on the right side? Which position would you prefer to play in?
Um, I don't really know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know because I think it depends on the opposition as well.
Okay.
Because if you play against team who just sit and wait for you to come, it's difficult because I can't make those runs that I make on the right. And if you play a team who leave a lot of space behind you, then I can start on the right and then make those runs. So it depends because at the start I wanted to play striker or play with two striker. If you play with two striker, I prefer play with two striker because
Okay.
with two striker you can at least move, go on the left, go on the right. You don't need to be the main striker who stay central. You know, you can move everywhere.
Mhm.
I think this is the best position for me. If you play with two striker, then I can make those run and I can be free on the pitch.
Yeah. No, I can see that. 2019 season 20 starts with a game against Sheffield Wednesday. You score a goal. We do lose the game. Another brilliant header there, Yakou, of course. But someone else scores for Sheffield Wednesday, who then goes on to sign for Reading, Lucas João. Now,
Yeah.
he's quite good, Yakou, isn't it? I've got to say, what a player he's been for us this season. And as a person, what is he like?
Lucas is a good guy. He's funny, a bit lazy sometimes, but he's a good guy and he's a top player. He's tall, but he's got a good technique.
Mm.
And I think he adds something different in our squad, which is really good. And as you can see, he scored a lot of important goals for us. And I think the association was good with him when I was playing with him as well. And yeah, I think it's a really good signing. It was just a shame last year he was injured, so we didn't use him a lot. But now he was back and he was fit, and as you can see, he scored some important goal as well. So I'm happy to be with him and to play with him.
Yeah, he's a quality link-up, isn't he? He's got amazing
Yeah,
ability to hold the ball up and bring other players in. I think he's one of the best strikers I've seen at Reading, definitely. And when you and him are playing up front and you're coming from that right-hand side, it can be really devastating for the opposition.
yeah, because he's he's not selfish as well. He's not selfish though. So when I make those runs, he's the one who gave me the ball. So yeah, he's a good link up, and as I said, when you got a good striker like this, this make my job even easier because two people are focused on him, so I can make those run and have the space that I need.
Yeah, you mentioned that he was a funny guy. Who's the funniest guy at Reading FC, Yakou? And are you going to put yourself up there?
Yeah, I can put myself. But if you ask me who's the funniest guy, uh, I think Lucas, huh?
Okay.
I think Lucas. I think Lucas. Josh is funny as well. Yeah, I think Lucas is funny to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, not T-Mac though. I mean,
Timac is funny as well, but yeah, Timac is funny as well. But I will say Lucas.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's got the worst outfits? Who has the worst clothes there? Because, I mean, footballers have got a lot of money to spend on amazing clothes. So there must be some severe competition there.
Uh, maybe sometime Puskas Sometimes Puskas is the closer. I don't know how to say in English, but yeah, horrible sometimes. But some people will like it, but this is
Mm.
not my style. So I would say, yeah, Puskas is one of them. If you ask me like this, yeah, let's say
Yeah, I've
Puskas.
seen a few posts on social media from players
Yeah,
perhaps doubting George Puskas'
as well.
outfits.
I'm
But
the only
like you
one
say,
then.
some people will like them. So it's up to them,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but the only one. So that's fine.
Yeah. We then go on to beat Cardiff through now with Puskas also scoring on his playing at the Meite in his debut, scoring 2 fantastic goals there. Sadly, after that game, you have some racist abuse on your phone. It's obviously disgusting, and we've seen a rise in racist abuse. And I sit here as a white person. I don't know what it's like to receive racist abuse. I'm not going to pretend that I do. But something has to happen about this, Yakou. And do you think enough is happening about this racist abuse?
No, I don't think people who can take charge of this doing a lot of things because like some player, I read some players saying that taking the knee down is not enough, and I think it's true because things doesn't change. So I don't know what can be the solution, but uh, I received some racist abuse, and to be honest, it's not nice to receive that, especially after a game when you finish the game because you play for make people happy, but it's your job. Sometimes you don't score, or sometimes you miss a penalty, but this doesn't mean that it's your color who make you miss the penalty or whatever. So yeah, it's been a difficult time, but that's why I decided to put on Instagram to show to the people what kind of message some footballer or even not footballer, but everyone can receive on social media. I think this is the bad part of the social media as well to receive this kind of message.
Yeah, definitely. We obviously saw the racist abuse that Liam Moore received as well, which was totally
Yeah, for
disgusting
example.
again.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes through people's mind to even think of doing these things. I never ever understand it. But to receive it, it must be so shocking. And it doesn't matter whatever you think of people, what they've done on the pitch, to say something about someone because of the color of their skin. I don't get it at all, Yakou, and I never understand it. And I just find it's really sad that we don't know, but it probably is one of a Reading fan that could say that. And I find that really hard to deal with. And it must be so hard for you to accept that.
Yeah, I heard that mine wasn't a Reading fan. I don't really know, but I heard that it wasn't. But even if it was or if it wasn't for me, it's the same because this have nothing to do with football. And of course, when I go and I try to take penalty, I don't wanna miss as well. So I'm pissed as well. So he doesn't need to say monkey or whatever. I don't want to say the other word, but
Mm.
yeah, and yeah, that's not good, and this is nothing to do with football. So
No,
yeah,
it's just,
yeah,
I don't know what we do about it because obviously they had, like you said, taking the knee. We've had the social kind of lockdown completely, not putting any posts up for 4 days. I think it's just going to take so long to change this, and I think the social media companies just need to do more about it.
yeah. I think there is more that everyone can do, but I think for example, the knee, I don't think is the solution because, for example, before a game now, people even forget to put the knee down because they don't even think about it. You understand what I mean? So I don't think it's a solution, and I don't know what can be exactly the solution, but we need to do something about it because football. Everyone watch football, and it's not a good picture for everyone. And I know that it's not only on football; it's everywhere in the world. But because we got a lot of people who watch game and who follow us, if we can help, this can be good for everyone.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on to a more positive note now. 4 goals, Luton Town. Scoring those goals must have been just. I wish there'd been fans there yet again. But
I
what
wish
a
as well.
moment that is to score 4 goals in a game. Must have been incredible for you, Yakou.
Yeah, I wish fan was there because it was a really, really good moment for me. And
Mm.
I remember the day before, no, the week before, I wasn't even sure to play that game because I was feeling pain somewhere. I don't know where exactly. But yeah, I talked with the coach two days ago, and even the day before the game, and he was asking me, "Can you play?" I said, "Yeah, I think I can play, but I'm not sure." And I did 4 goals. So when you score 1 goal after I don't know how long, maybe 10 minutes, of course you still want to play. You don't want to come be out of the team. And thanks God, I scored 4 goals, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing watching it on the screen. And I was
Yeah,
like,
so
oh yeah, there's another one.
imagine me
Oh,
on
and
the
another
pitch
one.
then. Imagine me on the pitch then.
Yeah, it must
Yeah,
be.
it was
It's
really good.
such a
It was
yeah,
it was good. To be honest, it's just we just needed I just needed the time at the moment to celebrate with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That would have made it perfect, but it's still there. 4 goals. There's not
Still
many
there.
strikers that score 4 goals for
It's
Reading
still there.
FC ever. So
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
long,
no,
long
it's
time
still there.
before.
It's still there, and I hope I'm gonna score some. I'm gonna score 4 goals in
Not 4. No, get
in
5,
something.
Yaku. 5
Five.
next
Okay,
season.
let's go for
Yeah.
5 then.
Yeah, why not? No, we'll see how that goes. I think next season is going to be a massive one for you. But Panovic comes in the summer, just before the start of the season. How was that, having a new manager replacing Mark Bowen with so little time before the season starts?
Um, I was a bit confused. I was a bit
Mm.
confused, and I don't think I was the only one. Mark Bowen took us from at the end of the season. I think he did well. I think he did well, to be honest. And in my head, I was thinking that he would have now the time to take us maybe in the playoff, but at least he will have the time to try to do something with us. And I heard that a new coach was coming in, so I was a bit confused. And to be honest, it was a bit difficult because, as you said, changing manager sometimes is not the best decision. But we need to be you need to be ready to everything. So I was ready to fight. I want to say fight against for my place and just I'm just doing my job. So even if they change manager me, I'm still the same player. So I just want to do my job on the pitch and show what I can do.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, you've had so many managers. You must be kind of used to this now in a weird way that it's like, oh, we've got a new one. How long is it going to be until we have the next one? I'm just hoping that we give this one some time
A
because,
chance.
yeah,
But this is the politic of football now. This is what the owner decided, and like I said, I'm just a player, so I'm just doing my job on the pitch. I don't know what's happened with the owner and the new coaches and stuff. So if they decide to change, it's maybe for a reason. And credit to the new manager, we were close to the playoff, so maybe it was the best the decision. I don't know.
yeah, we
So
never know, will we, with Mark
yeah,
Bowen at all, what would have happened? It's all
yeah, we never know.
hypothetical. But Panovic comes in, we start amazingly well. 7 wins from 8 games. I mean, any team would be happy with that. Incredible. You score your first goal of the season against Barnsley after a little ban for something happened at the end of the last season, but we won't mention that bit at all. We'll move
You
on
can
from
say
that.
it. You can say it.
That was your only red. Have you had a red card before that one? Because I think that's the only one you had at Reading,
Yeah.
isn't it? So,
No, at Reading, yeah, it was my only one, but I had one at Social, I think.
mhm.
For I want to say exactly the same as the Swansea game. So
Yeah,
stupid red card. This was stupid.
frustration.
I even prefer take a red card from a tackle, a big foul, and I know that it's red card. So instead of take red card for no reason.
Mm.
So, but you learn from that. You learn from that, and it's about being more much on the pitch and don't let your teammate down. So I apologize for that with the coach and with my teammates. So yeah, everything is behind me now. Yeah, of course it's behind me. It was 1 year ago. So
Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah, definitely. We moved on from
yeah,
that one, haven't we?
yeah.
You also scored one of the quickest goals in Reading FC's history there against Blackburn away after 9.5 seconds. I see your celebration from that. It's yes, the score so quickly. It
Go-
must be really strange.
Yeah. It was something that we tried on in the training ground. Not the no, I mean the goal. I mean the goal, huh? Not the celebration because the celebration was. But yeah, no, the goal. We try to play straight forward, and we did it really well. And to be honest, I was lucky as well because the ball bounced to. I don't know how it was, but the ball bounced to a defender, and Lucas took the ball and gave it to me. I think it was something like this. So yeah, it was good, but they scored just after as well. So
Yeah, but we won 4-2.
yeah,
So,
so at
we'd
least
take that one.
my goals count. Yeah. So yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was good. It was good, and to be honest, it was really quick, and even me, I was surprised when I scored
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
to
imagine if it
score
had been,
like this.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I'll be honest with you, Yakou, I hadn't even turned the TV on yet. It was like,
yeah. I don't
yeah,
even
I
know
had
if
to
the
rewind
manager
it.
was on the bench at the time. I don't know
Really?
if the manager was. Yeah, I think he was shaking the hand of someone or something like this. So yeah, it was really
Wow.
quick.
Yeah,
It
to
was
actually
quick.
miss a goal, we're in charge of the team. That's different, isn't it? That's good. It's like, oh, we're winning. This is good. He should have just stayed there. It would have been fine. No, so I think in that game you also pick up a small injury as well, and you go
Yeah,
off in that game, and then you have a break of time when you're not actually playing. But you then come back and you pick up another injury against Birmingham. Now that was a much bigger one, wasn't it? That was when we were losing 2-1. That was quite a season-changing one for you, wasn't it?
yeah. It was a bad time for me. Even when I pick up my injury against Blackburn, it was a bad time for me because I'm someone who wants to play whatever it takes, but sometimes you just can't. And I remember I was saying to the coach because it was we had a game against Coventry just after that, I think 2 or 3 days after. And I was saying to the coach, I can play, but it was impossible. I was trying to ice my foot for 2 3 nights, but I wasn't ready. And when I do the scan, it was it was a big injury. So this one was difficult. But when I came back, I was thinking that everything will be behind me. Then I had my injury against Birmingham, which was bigger than what I had previously. And yeah, it was difficult. It was really difficult watching your team play, just coming for the game to support them. And yeah, it was bad for me.
Yeah, I think people don't realize how hard mentally it is for a player when they're out because they just want to go out and help the team constantly. And
Of
when you
course,
can't
of course.
do that, it
No,
must be
you
really
can't.
tough for you.
Yeah, that's the thing because for example, after the Blackburn game, I was sitting on the bench, and it was our first loss against Coventry. So I was watching the game, but can do nothing. Just watch your team, and when you see in the changing room, everyone is disappointed. But you didn't even you're just there to support them, but you can't do anything on the pitch. It's disappointing.
You come back though against Bournemouth in possibly our best performance of the season, a 3-1 win. That was the best I've seen Reading play for a long, long time. The goal that Lucas João scored in that game as well, when he completely took out the Bournemouth defender with the skill, that was wonderful for you, Yakou. It must have been great to be back on the pitch there.
Yeah. It was a really good game, I remember. But of course, when you know you are fit and you are available, watching your team playing like this, you just want to let them play. You don't want to disturb them. You just want to say, "Okay, guys, I'm ready, but I will wait for my time." But it was really good. It was really good, and yeah, this was one of the best game that I've seen as well, because I wasn't on the pitch. I played, I think, 5 minutes, but especially the first half. The first half was really good.
Yeah, someone who was really amazing during that period was Michael Olise. What a player he is, Yakou. That he could go all the way, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's one of my really good friend as well, and he's a really really good guy. He's funny as well, and he's a really good player. He's a really good player, and it's like I take him like my little brother, because I've been in Reading for a long time, so I know this league, and we've been talking a lot together, and he's getting more mature, and the potential he's got is to be on the top, So he's a really good player, and I'm sure he will be he will play, maybe hopefully Champions League one day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be at Reading for much longer. I think he's a bit too. He's got a lot of talent. Let's put it that way. A hell of a lot of talent.
He's good, but I'm not his agent, so I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna stay.
Yeah, maybe he should be his agent, Yakou. He can make a little bit of money there, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's going to have a lot of big transfer fees going around him. He's got a lot of ability. I see. Sometimes he's quite young, the way he is on the pitch, and the way sometimes he has little disagreements with Pavlovic. You can see it, and he wants to prove a point. But he's only 19 and 18. Yeah. He's still very young.
But he's young, and he's got his personality as well. So yeah, of course, sometimes people don't understand the way he react and stuff. But like I said, he's still young, and he's got his personality. Sometimes you can't just take off his personality. You have to stay how you are. You understand what I mean? When you take people like Balotelli or Zlatan, people sometimes don't like them, but they still got their personality, and this make them even better on the pitch. So if Michael is like this, yeah, sometimes you just need to respect the club. You just need to respect your fan, but just keep your personality if this make you better. So
yeah, definitely. Without that, he's nowhere near as good a player, is he?
Yeah. This is what I mean.
Definitely. You've also got Ovie in that team as well. He must be another great player to play alongside as well. Having him and Michael Olise in the team. Ovie always comes over as quite quiet. Is that the way he is? Or maybe he isn't with all the players, but he always seems quite quiet.
Yeah, Ovie is a good guy, but he's quiet. Yeah, he's quiet. Just does his job and go home. But what do you ask more? You just ask him to do his job. He doesn't need to be a friend with everyone. The most important is he's doing his job really well, and he's a really good player for us. But yeah, sometimes the most of the time he talk with Omar, with Michael, and everyone. But he's just a bit quiet. But this is how he is. So
yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
When do you think it started to I didn't go really terribly wrong, but why do you think we didn't quite make the playoffs this season?
Sorry, why?
Yeah, why do you think we didn't quite make it into the playoffs this season?
I think yeah, to be honest, I don't know. It's a good question, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think that for sure we wanted to be in the playoff,
Hmm.
and we were in the position to be in the playoff since a long time. And we all know that at the end of the season is much difficult because teams are chasing us. And I think, yeah, to be honest, if I take my case, at the end of the season, I was a bit tired as well because of the game, because of my injury that I had coming back from injury and play straight away. So it was a bit also difficult if I take my point of view. If I take my situation. At the end of the season, I was a bit tired as well, and when you are not 100%, it's difficult to finish the season as you started. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of the players, because we have such a small squad, do you think probably a lot of the players are feeling a little bit tired compared to other squads because we didn't have enough players to choose from at the end of the season?
I don't know about the other players if they were tired or not, but of course, when you've got a bigger squad, it's much easier for the manager to change. But we still had some player. Of course, we don't play with 11 player. There is some player on the bench as well who can play. You understand? So I wouldn't be respectful for them if I say that yeah, it's only 11 player, and because there's some people on the bench who can take our place as well. So if the manager decides that this team has to play, he thinks that this team deserves to play, you know. And let's see next year, maybe we will have more player to choose, and then it will be a bigger competition for us. So it will be more difficult to be in the squad, and I think this is better, and this is what everything is doing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was tough at the start at the end of the season because of course you're not fresh like at the start of the season. So I think this count as well, and that's why sometime I think you guys watching the game felt that sometime people are a bit tired or the intensity is not like at the start, but this is normal.
Yeah.
This is normal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be tired after about 10 seconds, Yakou, if I was on that pitch. That's about how long I'd last. So I'm not even going to compare it in any way, definitely. Football fitness is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Especially with this championship as well. Because at least if you play Saturday and you got 1 week to prepare the game, you've got time to rest and to recover. But when you play on Saturday and you know you've got game on Tuesday, and it's always like this, is difficult. It's tough.
Yeah.
But this is championship, you know. So that's why I was saying at the start, you just get used to it. I just get used to this league. Then I know how to do to play games by game, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, the English football calendar is crazy. Absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Absolutely mad. And they wonder why the English football team never does that well in tournaments as well. It's a major factor, but that's a whole different thing, isn't it? But
yeah.
What would you say was your favourite goal at Reading FC that you've scored? What was the one that if you could pick out one moment, what would it be?
You mean the goal by himself or with the
Whatever reason you want. Whatever
circumstance?
reason you want. Yeah.
If you talk about the circumstances and stuff, I would take the Wigan's goal because this one was really important. Yeah.
Yeah, that goal you scored against Rotherham earlier in the season, though.
Yeah, that's why I was asking to you if it was only because of the goal or the circumstances. But if you take for the beauty of the goal, I would take this one from Rotherham. Yeah.
You scored a really good goal against Ipswich as well.
Against
That was
Ipswich as well,
behind
yeah.
you as well. That was an amazing
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, but I prefer the one against Wolverhampton, I think.
Okay, yeah.
It's better when you got the choice.
Yeah, no, definitely. So you obviously have had appearances also for Ivory Coast as well. How does that feel to play for your national team? You have Ivorian parents. To go out there and play with those players must be sensational. I suspect one of your heroes is Didier Drogba as well.
Yeah, was really good to play over there, and I hope I will have more cap in the next few years. But yeah, of course, it's a good sensation to be there to play there, and it's really difficult as well because it's not same as when you play in France or in England. It's the weather is much difficult to play in Ivory Coast than in England, for example. But yeah, you play with some really good player who also play in England, so it's good. The level is really good as well. So it's a it was a good experience for me, and I hope I will have some more experience with them.
Yeah, imagine you could play against England at some point.
Yeah, I think we can beat them.
Wow, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm not going to get involved in that. England, yeah, I'm never going to bet on England. I never ever bet on England winning anything. You just don't know what's possible. So obviously we got the Euros coming up here. Who do you think is going to win that tournament, Yakou?
Oh, France for sure.
Yeah, I knew. Even as I was saying,
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say France.
But you want to say as well. You want to say it as well because you know France is gonna win.
Yeah, I have to say that I probably do think that France is going to win. When
I
you look at,
I don't know if they're gonna win it, but they favorite to win it as well.
yeah,
They favorite.
look at the
I
players they've
think
got. I mean,
they
it's
got some good
craziness,
players
isn't
there.
it? Mbappe,
Yeah,
Benzema, just so many good French players. They
yeah,
could put out a second team and still probably do very well.
yeah. They got some decent players. So yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully France gonna win. Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Where do you think England will get to in the Euros? Are you going to give an honest answer here, or?
No. I think how you say quarter final.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, but I think.
Yeah, I think this is probably what happened, and probably Germany will send us out. This is what normally happens, isn't it? So,
Yeah, so that's why I say quarter final. I think.
yeah, we will see. Well, thanks a lot for your time, Yakou. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it. And hopefully many more goals for Reading FC in the future.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.